So what you as a Christian place your hope in says a lot about you and your heart as a believer. It says a lot about your consideration as what you really believe at the end of the day. What you hope in really shows you that. Sorry, I had to place the keys in my old home that we were in. I had an extra set of keys. But anyways, what I want you to consider today is the fact that you as a Christian, whatever you let determine how you are and who you are, is where you are placing your hope, your joy. And this is a really important, it's a really great thing, or it's a really concerning thing, depending on where you are allowing your joy to come from. Let me give you an example of what I mean. I'm going to break this down into a few points for you. You know, we have Christians out there who are spending their time hoping for a new job. And when they don't get that job, they lost their joy. Now I want to make a really clear distinction here. I'm not preaching right now that you're not allowed to be, you know, bummed out by something, that you're not allowed to be, lack of excitement about, you know, an answer or something like that. Like those things are just real life, you know, like certain things are going to happen in your life that you're not super excited about. Sorry, I've got to get the rest of the mail as well. But what I do mean here is that whatever you're doing in your life, if you're letting it determine who you are and how you are, that's what I really care about for you as a Christian. Sorry, I know this video is probably a little haywire, so hopefully y'all can be patient with me here. I'm about to get on the road and we're gonna be good. You cannot, though, let these things determine your joy. There's a difference between, you know, you being bummed out or frustrated with something and you losing joy, losing who you are because of something that you didn't have go your way. I see Christians all the time let their circumstances and what did or did not happen literally determine their entire disposition. Their entire day is ruined because their spouse was in a snippy mood earlier today, or their friends didn't invite them to that one party that they really wanted to go to. And this literally devastates the person. I mean, devastates the person. We need to make sure us as Christians are keeping our hope in the right things. This is what it means to be eternally minded as a believer. Eternally minded means that you are focusing on what decision you're making right now plays an impact in eternal matters. Eternal matters. Not temporal matters. Temporal is you didn't get invited to a party. Temporal is I didn't get that job I was wanting. Think about this for perspective. You just need perspective as a Christian. That job that you're freaking out about, first off, did Jesus ever call you to that job? Second off, did you know that Jesus really doesn't even care that much about what job you have? Thirdly, you're worried about your job because odds are you wanted to make more money or be in a better place that you enjoyed better, which again, all has to do with you. And it has nothing at all to do with God's glory being shown most times. Now again, I'm painting with a broad brush. There are definitely Christians out there who definitely get jobs because they're solely trying to glorify God to the best of their ability, and this job is the best job that they can do that at. No questions asked. But the majority of people, when they're looking for a new job, they want more money or they want a better circumstance, less hours, maybe better hours, or people to treat them better because the last job was quote unquote toxic, whatever. This is the majority of what I see. And all of these things are self-serving, self-seeking, and they're all about you. Now, again, I'm not saying that it's a sin to have a new job or want a new job. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to want to make more money. Like, math is math, right? Like, if you can't pay your bills, like, obviously I want you to pay your bills. It's a poor steward to, you know, live above your means or have a job that does not allow you to live in the means that you believe you're supposed to, allowed to, whatever. So I'm not condemning those things. But my point is you're letting a job like that determine your disposition, who you are and how you are. And that is what the problem is. If your entire day is ruined because of a job, it's showing that you probably have too much of an attachment, if not an idolatry issue with either money or people treating you the right way or whatever else that circumstance might be. It's important that, yes, those things would be like, crap, that was really unfortunate. Like, that's so not what I was wanting to hear in that moment. But you know what, God? I know that this is happening because you, have something better for me. You have something that you want for me that, this job may have not had. You want me to be able to impact somebody else for the kingdom that I would have never been able to impact in this job. God, I thank you that you shut this door because you want another to open that's going to be better for the kingdom, even if it's not better for me. You know, I want to share a little story on this as part two of You know, when I first got my very first like real big boy job where you had to have an interview and all of those things, I ended up working at a grocery store, small grocery store, and I prayed and prayed and prayed. I was very freshly saved, and I said, God, I don't care what job you give me, just make it go by fast. I just don't want it to be slow. I don't want to be tapping my foot, waiting for the hours to pass. I was like, I just don't want one of those jobs. So I went in on, you know, whatever, Saturday, 12 o'clock to interview, and it was slammed. And I saw what job I was going to have, and I was like, oh, Lord, you've answered my prayers. They told me that I got the job before I even left. So excited. I was like, God, you are a provider. Jireh, you are enough. I'm just kidding. But I was hyped about it. And ended up going into my first day at work. Woke up at 5:45 in the morning to get there at 6 in the morning. I know I don't give myself a lot of time. And it's dead. Not a single person came into the store for the first 2 hours. It's like, it's a Monday. Maybe this is a Monday thing. Maybe this is a weird thing. Maybe it's a total fluke. Maybe it's time of year. Who knows? Went in the next day of work on Wednesday. Same exact thing. Went again on Friday. Exact same thing. And I was frustrated, right? I mean, I was still like, it didn't like steal my joy or anything. I would never let it do that. But I was like, Lord, this sucks. Like, this is really not, this is actually the complete opposite of what I was hoping for. And after those 2 hours, I was busy for the rest of the day, but those 2 hours were dead. And I really believe the Lord impressed on my heart, you have yet to spend much of any time in prayer with me. Again, this was not some audible voice I heard from the Lord. It was just one of those maybe realizations, revelations, whatever you want to call it. You have not spent much of any time in prayer with me, and I have now carved out 2 hours every single day for you to be able to do this, at least the day that you're working, to be able to do this. And what started as my biggest frustration became the biggest blessing of that job in its entirety. I ended up learning so much about the Lord's heart and character, and pruned so much off my own life from this experience. It was tremendous. I would not take back that for anything. Only thing that I would regret is not having a job where I had 8 hours of silent time every single day. I would have used every second of it too. I loved that prayer time that I got to partake in and whatnot. My point is that you don't know what your frustration, your current irritation with whatever is going on, you don't know what God's doing in the background that is actually going to cause whatever to be more of a blessing. Now remember, I didn't get my way. I never got my way at the end of the story. The story didn't end with God actually made me have double the busyness that I expected. No, I never got it. I didn't get promoted. No, none of those things. Everything stayed the exact same. But I got to know the Lord more. What's better, my impatience of my slow job, or me getting to know the Father? Like, what a stupid comparison, right? Like, obviously knowing the Father. But that's not what I was wanting in the moment, but I thought what I wanted was best for me. Not knowing from the beginning of what God wanted and knew was best for me. So all of that to say, you as a Christian need to make sure that you're listening to what the Lord wants for you in these circumstances. And also remember, we are finding our hope, we are finding our joy in Jesus. I'm not letting anyone or anything determine my disposition. Everything is being determined by Christ crucified alone, period, into discussion. If my joy is found in what Jesus did on the cross, I can't let what you didn't give me take it away from me. My joy is found in Jesus. You're not Jesus, so why are you being Lord over my life right now? It doesn't make any sense. If Jesus is Lord over my life, then he's where my joy is found and where my joy is made complete.